How has everybody been? God, it feels like ages since I've streamed on Twitch. It seems like ages, guys. That's because it has been ages because I went back to YouTube. So welcome back, everybody. If you're new, I'm SammyUK. Welcome. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for watching the video. I do appreciate it so much. If you're not new around here and you have seen my stuff before, obviously I used to stream on Twitch. God, it must be nearly a year ago now. Made some really good content, was really happy with it all. And then went back to YouTube for a little bit. But I'm back now. I'm going to try and do both as best I can. Today I'm playing This Is the Police. This is the second episode of this. If you haven't seen the first episode and you want to, you are more than welcome to hop over to my YouTube channel under the same name, SammyUK. You can watch the first episode of this and all the stuff I've been doing in the meantime since I left Twitch. If you're not really bothered, then you're more than welcome to stick around today and watch as we do the second episode. To those of you who know what this game is, enjoy. It's great fun. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a game where you take over command of a police department. You take control of the police chief, Jack, something or other. I can't remember what his name is. And you have to send your officers to crimes and then go from there. You obviously then, along the way, you get good things happen, bad things happen.
Before I go shaking my tits for the press,
shake your tits.
I'd like to go see how the professionals do it.
I'm going to skip this because I've done this bit. Story, please, and I would like to continue our story. Yeah, you get the good things, like you can have certain things happen, like I think in the last episode we had City Hall came in and told us to fire all the black policemen, to which we said no because we are not racist. And then we get involved with the mafia, and if you decide to do things or don't, it has consequences. It's great fun. Anyway, we'll jump straight in because I've actually been itching to play this game, and I'm really happy to be back. Okay, City Treasury doles out $90,000 for Mayor's birthday. Mysterious Robespierre announces political ambitions and 6 new restaurants to appear in City by New Year's end. I might need to turn my volume down because I just know the music's going to hit me in a minute and it's just going to be incredibly loud. Dr. Eleanor Waterbury, Mr. Boyd. This is a very simple test. I'll show you a card with an abstract image. You look at them and tell me what you see. Okay. This looks like... Not going to lie, it kind of looks like the man taking the pills. That's what I'm seeing. Don't know if it's supposed to be like that or if it's just me, but that's what I'm seeing. Okay, what does this one look like? A man going to his house, a butterfly, or a man with a clock for a face? I don't see a man with a clock for a face and a very weird looking butterfly, so I'm going to have to say a man going back to his house. What is this one? A woman decorating a Christmas tree, a dancing girl, or a blue alien raping a pig? Yes, that's the first thing that came to mind when I saw that was a blue alien, even though there was no blue in that picture at all. But that's what I saw. I mean, a Christmas tree, yeah, it's the shape and it looks like it's got the hands and things like that. It does kind of look like a red dress. But then again, if you're dancing, you wouldn't be dancing with your hands that way. So, again, a woman decorating a Christmas tree, because that is the most logical one. A man giving a woman a Christmas ornament, it does look like that. A tower on a hill. No, doesn't look like that anything at all. A baby with spider legs. No, it definitely does not look like that. If it looks like that, you need to go to Specsavers because you may have something wrong with your vision. Okay, this one. A woman dropping the Christmas ornament. I get the feeling this is getting a little bit personal here. An automobile accident. That usually involves a vehicle, which I'm not seeing. A tree that's growing human lungs. No. When our eyesight, if this is a test, our eyesight is not that bad. Pieces of the Christmas ornament. This has got a story to it. Pieces of the Christmas ornament all over the floor. An ice cream cone or marching hammers. Well, it looks like the Christmas ornament that she's dropped on the floor and it's broken. So, okay. And then back to this one. A man yelling at the woman, a chess rook, or a man with the head of a rhinoceros. That doesn't look like any of them, if I'm honest. I'm going to go with the man with the head of a rhinoceros because he's got the little horn going on and it doesn't look like a man yelling at a woman at all. The woman slapping the man. Yes, that's what it looks like. An overturned truck. No. A huge hedgehog eating people instead of apples. God, imagine that. That would be brutal, wouldn't it? A man slapping... the woman slapping the man. The man pushing the woman. Oh, domestic abuse. Or is it? In that situation, is it domestic abuse and who's to blame? Actually, let's not get into that. That's a horrible subject to talk about on stream. The man pushing the woman. The woman falling over with the Christmas tree. Bit dramatic. A pile of autumn leaves. Does look a bit like a pile of autumn leaves. The colour scheme is very... I'm going to go with that one because I don't like the idea of hearing a woman fall over a Christmas tree because my mind says it's funny, but due to the game, it's not. I will inform you about the test result in the coming days. Thank you, Dr. Waterbury. Thank you very, very much. With the paper. Shea Broom re-elected as Freiburg General Attorney. No black employees at City Hall. Mayor says accident. I say bullshit. Major businessmen are ready to invest in the future of the city. That's good. See, there may not be any blacks working in City Hall, but there are in my police force because Wolf didn't come to work in. Let's start that one again. Wolf didn't come into work today. Why? It's my dog's birthday and I want to spend the day with her at the park. Can you let me off? No, I'll eat waffle without smack. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Staval, you're my best one, but fine. I can't have a tired officer, so come back tomorrow. We've earned a stripe. I'm giving it to Samadhi because he looks like me. Promote you! Dismissed. Okay, hopefully they're increasing the budget. Really sorry, I don't mean to be wiping my nose either, but I've suddenly got dog nose and my nose feels all wet and it's horrible. Too much information, I know. Right, what music? Oh, catalogue. Catalogue. No. I don't want to spend my money on this stuff. It's expensive. I'd rather just earn them. It's only music that lasts not very long. I'm feeling a bit of Bud Meets Bob. Bit of piano, bit of slow, classical piano jams. Let's do this. It's not that slow. But it's good. It's good music for making decisions. Okay, feminist protest. A few months ago, an unregistered feminist organisation appeared in Freiburg. Today, they are holding their first protest. As far as we know, the organisation is backed by foreign sponsors, and their goal is to get their people into important positions in City Hall. The protest may escalate into something more serious, and we need to show them who's in charge. Use batons and tear gas, even firearms if necessary. Let's show them what intimidation looks like up close and personal. Don't like the sound of that, but okay. Dr. Waterbury, Mr. Boyd, your psyche is in good shape. My only concern is your stress level. My research shows that Beethoven's music soothes and relaxes the nervous system. I recommend you invest in a bit of good old Ludwig van. It will help with any violent urges you may be feeling. I'm not, but okay. Rodolfo Armstrong. Oh, this man was an honest servant of the city. Today he was buried with military honours. Oh, of course, my detective that died. We're concerned with the low effectiveness ratings of Freiburg's finest. Specially authorised inspectors have been invited to visit the department. Okay. Feminist protest. Okay, you told me I can send SWAT. You have to send 4 officers. I've only got 4 officers. I've got to send all of... I'm not going to have anybody left. Jack, we have a problem. The chief prosecutor of Freiburg is a woman, and it seems she is on the side of the feminists. You may be walking into some serious legal problems. We better play it safe and fake some evidence to shield you from any possible prosecution. Evidence against Adam Gist will forge his... I can't afford any of that, so no. Okay. City Hall. Can I hire anybody? Please? I can't do the crimes because I've got nobody. We are short-staffed here because somebody was off because he was tired. Suppress the protest by 4. I don't want to, but I need to keep City Hall on side. Don't hate me for this. I'm sorry. It's not my choice. You all saw it. My arm was twisted behind my back, and I was being slapped silly. I didn't have a choice. Christopher Sand, Jack, we have something going down today at Rubinovich Casino at 12:40. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think $8,000 should be enough for such a request. Okay! I need to kind of keep you on side because I don't want to get killed. Hostage situation. A dissatisfied client entered some law offices with a pistol, took several employees hostage and demanded a meeting in the firm's partners. These shyster Jews took me for a ride. They sucked up all my money and my son still went to jail. Well, okay, let's send Gist and Robbins. Because that's quite a high profile thing. This is armed robbery. We need our men on this. We need... that wrong choice of word. We need our officers on this. We need our good officers. Okay, what's going on here? Arson. A young woman set fire to the movie theatre during the show and fled. Okay. Luck it! I choose you. I would throw a Pokeball, but I don't have any. Quiet day today. Okay, it's 12:15. That means Mr. Sand is going to be there any minute now. On the dot. Robbery at Ruby Village Casino. We're just going to ignore that. Did you get him? He escaped! And there's an officer dead! Robbins! No! Damn it! We are running out of cops. This is not good. I'm really running out of police officers. This is not good. I'm really glad I didn't send Samadhi for that. Okay, I can't do anything with that yet. Damn it. Oh, I can't believe I lost someone. I can't hire anybody either. Not yet, anyway. Hopefully tomorrow we can hire somebody. Because Shift A is looking very thin. We now have 4 officers in total. Okay, Mr. Boyd, today we're installing a new slot machine called Super Magdalene 3. The last time we put in a new one of the bigger kids almost broke it on the first day. It would be great if you could send us a couple of your men to keep the kids under control. I don't want to. Can I not just send like the weak one? Civilian kill... Sand! You're not supposed to kill people! Ugh. These officers are needed for official questioning. This will take a few days. What? Now I have no one. I can't do that because I have only got 1 officer left. Sand, you're not supposed to kill civilians. I'm a policeman officer. I can't have that. I can't do that either because I haven't got enough people. This is terrible. This is a disaster. This could not be going any worse. I've got 1 off sick, 1 that's just 1. Suspicious. I can't talk. It's a disaster. A pregnant girl called in a report of a suspicious gynecologist who she met with in reception. The doctor was behaving very strangely and attempted to persuade the girl to have an abortion, though she was already 5 months pregnant. Through streaming tears, she explained the doctor said that for only $10,000 he would save me from the parasite inside my body. Yeah, that sounds suspicious. Just, you're going to have to go because you're the only one who can do it. I'm sorry, Demi. I'm so sorry, but I can't. Just going to have to look after your own slot machine. I can do nothing. I'm hoping that Gist doesn't die on this one, because then I'm fucked. So here's hoping. You're going to have to wait until he gets back. I am only as good as the officers I have. The doctor spots the police, grabs the scalpel, and boldly shouts, "Come on, I'll release your souls from this filthy spray." Hit him with a taser, guys. Hit him with a taser. Make him jitter. Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Perfect. Great job, Gist. Gist. Yeah. Exactly what I needed from you in that situation. You're my only person that can do anything at the moment. Although if you can drive back a bit quicker, that'd be great. Jack, we're about to bring in a large shipment of alcohol, but we've heard that our new partners like to play rough. I don't have a couple of guys. I'm sorry, Christopher, but I can't. Prosecutor's office. City prosecutors have reason to believe that you seriously exceeded your judicial powers during today's feminist protest. We're calling you in for a question. You told me to do it! You all saw me. You all saw me do it. They told me that they needed... I can't win, can I? Rape at the True Colour Hotel. A call came in from a hotel occupant who was concerned about the cries of a woman in an adjoining room. Sounds to me like someone is being raped, she said. It's not going to be rape at all. It's just going to be a couple of feisty people just going a little bit too hard. You'll see. Christopher Sand's going to be mad at me. I don't have the manpower to help you. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to deal with it. Open the investigation. What do we have? I can't do anything with that. Okay, the incident occurred during the screening of the Jim Jarmusch film, Stranger Than Paradise. The screen is ruined and members of the audience suffered minor injuries in the panic, but fortunately no one was seriously hurt. I need to get to the top there. I remember a girl with bright red hair. That's good, because all 3 frames have red hair. I sold her a ticket after the show started, although I usually don't do that, but she was really nice. I noticed a bottle in her hand, but I thought it was a soda. I wouldn't think such a pretty young lady would come into the movies with anything hard. David McKay, sat in the last row a few minutes after the film had started. I heard someone enter the room and slam the door. I was going to say something because I don't like it when people distract me from Jarmusch's vision. Then I saw a flash of fire and the flaming bottle flew straight at the screen. When the screen caught fire, I thought it must be part of the show. You know what I heard? That Jim Jarmusch guy is from a nut house. Great. Mr. Armstrong, when the fire started, I immediately started looking around for a way out, and that was when I spotted her the red-headed fool. She ran away quick, but there wasn't time to do anything. Okay. That one. Sequence complete. The suspect is Zoe Nozick, a student. About a month ago, she unsuccessfully applied for an usher job at the last bit. So she didn't get an usher job, so she throws a Molotov at the screen. That's a bit excessive. Like, I've been an usher at a cinema. It was a fun job, but bloody hell, I wouldn't go that crazy. I can't do anything until Gist gets back. The door of one of the rooms of the second floor is standing ajar, and through it can be a large man holding a crying girl by the neck. He struck her in the face and shouted, "Shut up, you whore! I paid to you. Now keep quiet." Point a gun at the man. Strike a man in the knees. I don't want to use excessive force, but I kind of feel like it's needed. Strike the man. No, because if I put a gun at him, he's going to take her hostage. Strike the man in the knees. The girl managed to escape, but her pimp leaps for the man and another fight breaks out. Use pepper spray. The man shoves the pimp away and suddenly jumps out the window. Shoot him. He escaped! Useless. I'll give you one job to do, and you fail. Now get back here so I can send you to there. I can't even send you there. Okay, this day has been an absolute disaster. There's really not I can do. We need to do some paperwork for the dead employee. He's dead. Boss, I quit. I want to spend more time. Oh, I can't afford for people to be quitting on me. I have more staff on Shift B, but Jesus Christ, I have no one on Shift A. I really need to hire. Oh. Hopefully tomorrow I can hire some people because I really need it. Representative of Orthodox Church may appear in Freiburg. Local resident denounces mayor for theft of antique necklaces, and city unemployment rate drops below 1%. It doesn't, because I need some staff very badly. Where are all the police officers? Because I need them. Yancy. My father got drunk and beat my mother again. This time it looks pretty bad. I'd like to go to them. Can I have a day off? Yeah, okay. But only because I have got the staff. My dog died yesterday and I'm terribly depressed. Can I go home? Oh, fine. Oh, God. See, I'm too nice. But I've got enough staff to survive on that. Why is Staval on Shift B? Oh, okay, yeah, because I told him to come in tomorrow. So he swapped shifts. That's good then, because that means that 2 people I've got to come in on Shift A tomorrow. Yeah, sure. We'll do that one. It's going to be a bit more somber. Yeah. Just what we need. Okay. We have got 2, 4, 6, 7 people. Prosecutor's office. Don't forget to prepare for the upcoming meeting with the prosecutors. I know. I didn't do anything. Francis Birch Jr. was able to brilliantly pass all their exams. They've earned a boost. Fantastic. Considering Birch Jr. was one of my worst. Douglas Wolfe is today a hero, having pulled a drowning Senator Wallace Green from the river. The municipality of the Senator's recommendation has decided to reward this outstanding officer. The ceremony is scheduled for the 27th of July, and the event will be open to the press, as well as Mr. Green's family, who wish to personally thank the police. Make sure nothing unusual happens to this officer, so he will be able to attend. I thought he quit. Oh no, he was the one that wanted a day off. That was it. Okay. Staval and Asano can go. You're going with a detective anyway, you'll be fine. She didn't throw a Molotov because she didn't get a job. She's hardly a deadly criminal. Attempted murder in a suburb. An ice cream van struck a schoolboy. An ambulance arrived quickly, but the boy was declared dead on the scene. The nearby residents are enraged and demand justice from the driver of the van. He's currently holed up inside the ambulance, while the paramedics try to reason with the crowd. The situation is quickly spiraling out of control. Okay, Kochi and Subaki. Oh wait, no, just the one. I'll do just Kochi then. She is my best. I will send her. She will calm the situation. I have absolute faith in her. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, because I can't afford to lose anybody. Okay, can I hire? Job slot for an officer. I really need that, if I'm honest. Can I hire? I can. Who do we want? Who do we want? Carrie, you are a strong one, and we need you for Shift A. Lyra Turner or no, let's just do Lyra. Why not? Shift B. I don't think I need one on Shift B. Arson report. Jack, some black gangster hit up one of our shops. Is it too much to deal with him right now? Can you help? Yes, I will send Purdy and Subaki, and that leaves me with 2. Oh, I need to send 3. Okay. Jesus, really? Report on the arson. Offender caught. Excellent. Exactly what we needed. You were able to arrest all suspects. Great job, Luckett, Captain Hooker. The situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. I can only send 1. I have to send Minty. If you're not familiar with the reference of me calling him Minty, then Minty, mints, tree ball make mints. As in breath mints, not like meaty mints. Jack, we have something going down at the courthouse at 18:30. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing. 6 grand, sure. What time did he say at the courthouse? It was at the courthouse at 18:40. That was it. Okay, noise complaint at the sawmill. An elderly man called the police station reporting that terrible screams have been coming from the sawmill for over an hour. The hell is going on? What's Guy got to do to get a little sleep around here? He better check it out. Okay, Staval and Asano, off you go. Find out who's been cutting people up. The attempted murder. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Fantastic. That is exactly what we need. Give those guys a little bit more experience, making it easier for them to do their jobs, which is effectively what we need. Mr. Boyd, I manage a large fleet of vehicles and wanted to organise a workshop for my new drivers. They have to learn how to behave on the roads. Your patrolman will never need to look twice at our cars. Please send 3 of your best officers to ride all day with my people and explain the intricacies of traffic flow. That sounds wrong. I've heard about the problems your department faces, particularly obsolete fleet of police vehicles, so in return I'll be happy to donate a paddy wagon. Okay. Austin, well, screw it, we'll send you 3. Do it for an extra vehicle. That's yeah. Paddy wagon would come in very, very useful for us. 100%. And we have the manpower today, so Sawmill is surrounded by a 9-foot fence and the gates are locked from the inside. Shouts can be heard within. Break the gate open, ram the gate with police cruiser or knock on the gate. Break the gate open. A man is threatening a young boy with a circular sword. The man is screaming hysterically. Pounce on the criminal, raise a gun at the man and order him to release the boy. Take aim at the criminal and shoot to kill. Should we just shoot to kill? I feel like we should just shoot to kill. He's obviously crazy. No, we'll give him a chance to let the guy go. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. Best case scenario. I'm really glad I didn't just shoot him now. See, violence does not solve everything. Robbery at a drugstore. An emergency call was received from an all-night drugstore. An addict is attempting to gain unlawful entry. He violently threatens a female pharmacist, demanding she open the cabinets. Open your cabinets and give me your pills. I won't ask you again. Okay, Mr. Sand, Chief, we rode along and went over the basics of the empty-headed drivers. We're done for the day. Meanwhile, Mr. Sand dropped off a brand new paddy wagon. It's a nice piece of equipment, too good for the idiots we'll be packing inside it. Splendid. And I have a paddy wagon. That is splendid. Definitely needed that, and that's going to save me a lot of money. Okay, it's almost 1840, which means that Mr. Sands will be doing his business any moment now. Homicide at the courthouse. During sentencing, a serial killer by the name of Albert Ramirez seized a gun from the holster of a court bailiff, and after shooting several witnesses, barricaded himself in the courtroom. A young stenographer has been taken hostage. I need to leave this one and let it go. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians harmed. This is good, guys. At the start of last stream, it was absolutely abysmal because everything I did apparently went tits up. So this one is going much, much better. Okay. Cool. Don't think I can do anything yet. I did that one, didn't I? Yeah. And that one is the homicide one, so we'll just leave that go. Leave that go? We'll just let that one go. And then, hopefully, Mr. Sand will give us some money. Any more crimes today? Yes. 412. Residential area assault. Emergency medical services arrived on call for a man complaining of chest pains. While they were treating him, the man suddenly attacks one of the EMTs, shouting wildly about the global pharmaceutical conspiracy. The other personnel managed to escape and called the police. Okay. I'm going to send... it's quite late in the day anyway. I'm going to send... I'll send all four of you. Why not? Send them all. Get them some experience. It's almost the end of the day. Why not? You know. It all levels them up, and that's what we need. We need them to level up, because the higher their level are, the better they are. Mr. Sand, give us 6,000. Thank you. You're welcome. Just don't kill me. Homicide at the courthouse. Offender escaped, civilian killed. There's not a lot I can do about that. He paid me, and I am not getting on the wrong side of the mafia. Because I've been there, done that, and died. The door to the apartment is locked from the inside, and unintelligible screams can be heard from within. Enter the adjoining apartment and climb over the balcony, knock on the door, and break down the door. Let's do it sneaky. Enter the adjoining apartment and climb over the balcony. The victim is bound and laying on the floor. The assailant is sitting on top of him, waving a syringe filled with an unknown substance. A bottle of bleach is on the floor nearby. Point the gun at the man and order him to lie face down on the floor. Sir, we are at your side. Tell us about this conspiracy. We are on your side, so drop the syringe now. Point the gun at him and tell him to lay face down. The man jumps up and grabs some papers from the table. Everything is written down right here, all the evidence you'll need. They created these medications to control our minds. Strike the man with a nightstick, quit run and release the doctor immediately. Well, the Prevo police will begin an investigation right away. Let's talk down at the station. Quit run and release the doctor, please. Offender caught. Officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Fantastic. Everybody gets some experience. Exactly what we need. And I think that will be it for the day. Pull down the old blinds and let's go home. Or is there more? Is there a final twist in this day? Only time will tell. Nope, that's it. It's a long old day until 2 AM. Okay, end of the day. Hooray! We didn't lose anybody. That was actually a very successful day. I think we caught everybody. Which is great, apart from the one that we let go. Small drug dealers invade Freeburg. All City Hall employees awarded company cars for personal use, of course. Freeburg to host semi-finals of Youth Hockey League. Ooh. Fancy. Mr. Boyd, why did you send your officers to the feminist protest? We received noise complaints. Someone called the police station complaining about the noise in the park. In your opinion, did any of the participants of the protest pose any actual danger to others? It's hard to say. Never really know who's dangerous and who not until it's too late. Mr. Boyd, you're married, are you not? Yes, but my wife and I don't live together. Why? None of your business. Let's just be honest. According to the law, I'm married, but my wife and I broke up. She no longer lives in the house. What are your personal feelings about women? Good, bad, the same as men? That's an improper question. Let's just go with the equality. As far as I'm concerned, they're the same as men. Some women are great and some I don't care much for. An honest answer. Mr. Boyd, did you give the order to suppress the protester by force? Blame City Hall or take the blame myself? Yes. Yes, that was my order. Let's just be honest. It was no. Let's not be honest. Let's cover our own back. Am I gonna die?
In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the old colony club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100.
You do. It's very true.
If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time, I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
Okay.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley at the old colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party.
That it does.
My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut.
Sassy strut.
That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld. He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Well, you know my name.
I
I'm
do.
flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners. Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
Oh, you exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around. But I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers.
Is that right? What makes you think that we are friends?
This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little
Hey,
stoned
Catherine.
right now.
Welcome, how are you?
It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
If it weren't for the phone number written on my arm, I'd probably...
What am I doing on Twitch? I found a way to do both, so I'm going to be doing both. So once I finish streaming, the video will go up onto YouTube as well, so I can do the best of both worlds. So I'm back. I know, it's been such a long time since you've seen this ugly face. Yeah, that's what Mark's doing. I'm not surprised, to be fair. It seems like the best opportunity, you know, the best of both worlds. So why not? Might as well give it a go. Okay, Greek priest to be appointed head of Freiburg Orthodox Church. Orthodox priest bribe mayor. Yes, very, very good. Students volunteer to help farmers. That's great. What are you doing, Jack?
My morning ritual was plagued by the smell of Vickers Varga's fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two.
There's
But
supposed
fruit?
to be oranges.
Never. You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine.
Can I ask what you're doing, smoking on my driveway?
So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Of course we do.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine.
Fine. It tells me that
The
somebody
morning seemed
lives
surreal,
in the
and I
ranch by
took
the
in
name
the
of Mr.
magic,
Sands.
For why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough, too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky.
Or maybe the road's really bad and that's why the car is driving so slowly. It's like pothole century. Hello, anybody home? I have a fruit basket. Loads of oranges. The Glitter Girl, Little Misfortune. We finished it. It was all 3 episodes on YouTube. Really good watch. I'm not going to spoil it. Just go and watch it. It was really good though. Really, really good. Very, very good twist at the end.
You took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special
Yeah, you had a look.
day.
You think you got into it?
So
Yeah.
it seems.
I think you watched 2
Do you
episodes of
often
it,
go
if I
to the
remember.
old
So you've only really got to
Colony
watch the
Club,
last
Jack?
episode.
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
I do.
Well, judging by
Murder
the
and...
half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
Killing.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns.
Twitch. You don't really go on
But to
YouTube.
get that deer, you
Yeah,
have
to be
wait.
fair, I mean, I'm
Sit in
kind
the
of the opposite
bushes
now,
and
as
stay
I
nice and
don't really go
quiet.
on Twitch anymore. It's all
Professional
YouTube.
hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack. But not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the 500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned
He's
yourself
calling
into
me
a bush,
foliage. How dare
surrounded
you.
by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a pope, I confess.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster Maurice Bell when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last. Tomorrow, Vickis Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So,
Mr.
we're talking
Varga.
about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
That he
guess it means
owns
whatever
an
you want it
orchard.
to.
Or
Precisely.
some fruit
I'm
trees.
late for work, Mr.
And
Sand.
has plenty
You
of
know, Jack,
fruit to give out.
I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack. And I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it. And call me.
See, the last time I played this, I was very against the Mafia. I wouldn't help him at all. I didn't want to help him. I just wanted to keep my nose clean, retire, and leave, and that was it. And that was my idea. Didn't end very well for me. So now I'm thinking that maybe Mr. Sand could be a useful sort of benefactor. You know, I could make some money from him. He would
Like I
protect
said,
me,
it's a whole
hopefully,
new
being in the
life,
Mafia.
and
So
I've had to
who
give up
knows?
some old
Maybe we'll give that a
habits.
go. We'll go down that
One
route.
of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
Plus, Mr. Sand is playing us quite well. Let's help Sand. He's been good to us so far. Christopher, hello. Let's be bunk
Tell him
buddies,
it's
but
boy.
mine's the top. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? You have done no work. But fine, I don't need 3 detectives. Chief, my son came down with a serious illness. I think I better take off work. Sorry, can I go home? Yes, but come in tomorrow. See, I'm a reasonable man. I'm a reasonable boss. You know. What to pick today? This one. Billabong! Billy 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 bong bong bing bing billy billy bong 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 billy 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 bong bong billy billy bong 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 bong. That's how the song goes, didn't you know? True story. Formal complaint, prosecutor's office. You have been found guilty of abusing your powers. This city requires that your salary reduced by 50%. How dare you! I just did what city. That is the last time that I take the rap for City Hall. Here's your week's salary. City Hall hopes we didn't disappoint. You did disappoint though, didn't you? Because you told me to use force on the feminist rally. I did, and then all of a sudden, I'm getting in trouble for it. That's just unfair. This man was an honest servant of the city. Today he was buried with military honours. Oh, Province, I'm gonna miss you. Take care of the hero. Tomorrow is going to be the day. Don't let anything happen to you until then. Fine. Job slot officer. City Hall cannot read my... Why? I am desperate. I need officers. It's just not fair. It's not fair. Hi, Yuzu. Seems weird calling you Yuzu. Hi, Adita. Hello. Okay, what do we got? Massive fight. Not just a fight, but a massive fight at King Louis nightclub. We received a call from the club manager who said that a brawl broke out in the main hall involving over 20 men. That is a massive fight. Security are keeping back because some of the combatants are carrying knives. Several wounded are already lying on the dance floor, but no one knows why the mayhem broke out. Let's send the paddy wagon. And we will send Roy, Purdy, Minty, yeah, them three, and the paddy wagon. That's good. Don't have to call me Yuzu. I know, I just read your name, and that was the first thing that came to my brain, okay? Don't judge me for reading. I'm under a lot of stress in my job at the moment, okay? I've got to retire, I've got the mafia on me, I've got City Hall on my back. I press the button. The situation is more serious than we thought, requesting reinforcements. Okay. Sabaki and Austin. Go! Solve crime! An assault in the suburb. Two teens walking their dog got into an argument and eventually one of them unleashed a dog on the other. The police were called for a girl who was riding her bicycle nearby. What kind of dog is it? Because I kind of feel like it's a little dog. It could be quite funny, you know. Go, Sprinkles, go! Go! It'd be quite funny. See like a little Shih Tzu or something. Set a little pug on them. Just like angry face, you know. How many you got? Offender caught. Offender, you said there was over 20 men. I expect more than that. Unacceptable. Oh god, that's not a Shih Tzu. A boy is struggling on the ground, barely holding off an angry dog that's tried to grab him by the throat. Fire shots in the air, put on dog's collar, hit the dog with a taser. In any of these options, it's always the taser. The dog lets the boy escape, and the owner starts to flee. Or the girl's bicycle, a little pink one with fluffies on it. You know, run after him. Order the teenager to halt. Halt! I order you to halt! Because that's going to work, isn't it? Just run after him. Offender caught! Officers unharmed! Hooray! We are good at this. We are the best. Our first stream of this was horrifically bad and everything seemed to go completely wrong. But this one's going a lot better. Problem is, why are they going back to the police station where they could just go to that one? Okay. What do we got? Homicide at the church. Parishioner, Maria Serpentine, great name, reported the sounds of gunshots inside the church. A bearded man in a hat entered the confessional, and a minute later I heard a few gunshots. Then the man calmly left the booth, took off his hat, and crossed himself? Or he got like a Sharpie and just... and sat down on a pew. I think he's praying. I fucking would hope so. Roy and Trebor. Go! I choose you. Bulbasaur. I even wear my hat backwards, you know. Okay, attempted murder at St. John's Hospital. Linda Howard, her words slurred, said the dentist paralysed her face during her last visit. I've had that happen to me. The monster struck me with some kind of poison. Arrest him. You went to the dentist and you got anaesthetised. Shut up. Purdy and Austin can go. Really, guys? Come on. What's happening? Have you been poisoned? I went to the dentist. That's happened to me before. Funny story. This will make you get a gag out of this. So once I went to the dentist, this was a good few years ago, and I was due to have a filling down here. Oh my god, what happened? Officer dead! Trebor! Minty! No! Bring it to the police station. So yeah, I went to the dentist. I had to have a filling in down here. And the dentist went to give me an anaesthetic, and he put the needle into my gum. With normal fingers. He put the needle into my gum, and as he pulled the needle out, he syringed. So rather than actually injecting me with anaesthetic, he basically sprayed the anaesthetic across my tongue and the back of my mouth. He then continued to do the work straight away, didn't wait or anything like that. Terrorism at Christopher G. Sandstand. An ice cream vendor noticed a suspicious bag which has been lying unsupervised on the bench for the past few hours. Send the SWAT in because it's a bomb threat. Yeah, that'll do. He then continued to do the work on my mouth, which hurt because I wasn't anaesthetised at all. He did the work. I then left the dentist. 5 minutes after leaving the dentist, my whole mouth went numb. All of it, including my tongue and my lips. And if you've ever had your lips and tongue numb where you can't feel them at all, I was literally walking around town dribbling everywhere because I couldn't feel my mouth. It was just terrible. So it was like I was in pain because I had a filling, and I was dribbling everywhere in a crowded town. It was not a fun time. Officers arrived on scene and observed that there is something moving inside the bag. It's not going to be a bomb, is it? If it's something moving, it's going to be a cat. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Okay. So yeah, that's my interesting story about the dentist. I've had a lot of very interesting stories when it comes to dentists, unfortunately. Not good stories. But yeah, that was probably the funniest of them all. What happened next? I went home. I met up with my mum in town, and she laughed at me because I was walking around town just... and I was dribbling everywhere. People were staring at me. You know, probably could have been a little bit better. But, you know, after about half an hour or so, the anaesthetic wore off, and I regained ability to keep my saliva in my mouth. And you didn't come into the dentist? I didn't, no, because the dentist that I went to, I was kind of used to this sort of thing happening, as strange as it sounds. Every time I went to the dentist, there was a different dentist. There was never a permanent dentist. It was always an infill, somebody that just come in to work for a couple of months and then they'd leave again. So every time I went to the dentist, I had a different dentist. So it was pointless me complaining because there was somebody different next time. So yeah, that was... always a treat. I also had 4 fillings on each corner of my mouth, each of my back teeth, and then the next time I went to the dentist, same place, different dentist saw me, and he went, "Oh, those fillings have all been done wrong. They all need redoing." So I was like, fantastic. Luckily at the time I didn't pay for my dental work, which was nice to know because they would have absolutely bankrupted me. It's not a good thing to get used to. No, it's not. And to be honest with you, when I was talking to you about dentists the other day and I said to you, don't go to that one, that's why. Francis Kendrick won't succeed Jack Boyd. I know he won't because he's dead. Corn monument to be demolished by Summer's End and city administration to finance dance festival. To be fair, that same dentist surgery was the one that I went to since I was a very little lad. And the dentist I had all the way growing up was fantastic. She was brilliant. But then she retired and I never got a decent one after that. Today they're offering free admittance to all the museum in the Sims. I'm a big fan of art. Can I have the day off? No, today's your ceremony. No. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Stefan, you've just had a day off. Fine, have the day off. I'm a nice person. And we've got the new person starting today, so we're fine. What to listen to today? Kind of feeling the green on the front. Sweet Ginger Green. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit carried away. Freiburg's first mafia war in decades has spread chaos across the streets. Major criminal gangs vie for power, and the outcome of the struggle is impossible to predict. One thing is for certain, a couple of weeks from now, only one family will rule the city. I only just now got the notification that you're streaming. Really? I've been streaming for nearly an hour. It's terrible. Attempted murder in a residential area. A passerby rang the police when he saw a naked man running through the streets, pursued by a woman carrying a large kitchen knife. The woman was shouting, "Oh God, you fucking ragger." Okay. Samadhi, I'm gonna let you deal with the fact that is she fat or just naked? Naked man. Yeah, you can deal with the naked couple with Birch because Birch has just had his training, so great time to put that training to the test. Jack, keep up the good work and make sure your final days at Freiburg PD are much more common. Thank you. You could have done that earlier. Can I hire somebody yet? Please, I can. Who should we have? Your first name is Lake. I want you in my team. Lake. I need shift A, I think. Cool. Haven't done anything with City Hall yet? No. How long have I got on that? 2 days. Okay. Okay, what we got? From Christopher Sand, Varga stirred up some punks and they went to attack one of the family right up in the barber and they went and attacked one of the family right in the barber shop. We've already sent our own men, but we don't know how many of the scumbags we're up against. You can come join the party, but don't get in our way. Okay. Gist and Grant. Okay. Two are kind of crap, and I don't really care if we die. Well, Gist is okay, but Grant's useless. Don't tell her. She can get better. She can get better. She just needs to apply herself more. Attempted murder. Report. Somebody! You guys let him escape. Unacceptable behaviour. Hit and run at City Centre. An unknown vehicle struck librarian Kalinowski at a pedestrian crossing and drove off. The victim was found dead on the scene. Okay. Wolf, you need to do... Actually, no, you can do something now. Okay, hit and run. Investigation has started. Fantastic. I can't do anything yet. Okay, Christopher Sand. Mr. Sand's nephew looked out the window and saw some of Varga's men smashing one of his cars. Looks like someone needs to go and remind them that kind of behaviour is illegal. Okay, Yancey. Go! Do the job I pay you for. And unfortunately don't get paid enough for. Gotta go. Bye-bye. Bye, Editor. Have a fantastic rest of your shift. Any of you interested as well, Edita or usually Tomica in the chat has started streaming now as well on Twitch. You can go and give her a follow on Twitch and YouTube as well. Also Twitter, same handle. Give her some love. For somebody starting out, we all know what that's like. Inspected for questioning. These officers are needed for questioning. They will take a few days during... Oh, come on, really? I can't afford to have any more people off. Massacre at Eddie's Burgers. A girl entered Eddie's Burgers and ordered a Diet Coke and started shooting at the other customers with a handgun. The cashier called the police and in the background there were gunshots and screamed. Meanwhile, the crazed woman shouting, "I hate fat people." Okay. Hunter, Samadhi. Send all three. Why not? Stuff like this I kind of need to be fixed. I need to be sorted. I can't have people shooting up burger joints. Ugh.
910 in progress.
Okay. Get him. Officer dead. Grant! Now Grant's dead. Crying out loud, I'm losing officers faster than I can get them. Armed robbery at City Centre. An alarm came in from an armoured truck. Armed men have been blocking the street, shot out the armoured truck's tyres and trying to steal the bags of money. Yancey, and we'll send a SWAT, because I haven't got anybody else, and he can't do it on his own. And that is kind of like a big deal, big robbery, that one. Okay, the narrow street is blocked by two vans near the armoured truck. Three armed masked men have surrounded the truck, and one of them is carrying a blowtorch. On the roof of one van is a fourth criminal who shouts something to his accompliceman as he sees officers approach. You are surrounded, surrender peacefully. Your blowtorch won't work, you'll need to use dynamite. Shoot the robber who's standing on the roof of the van. Let's give them the opportunity. The criminals take out automatic weapons and open fire. Go on the offensive. Officer escaped. Officers unharmed. How did you let them escape, guys? Come on. I sent a SWAT team. Should have just opened fire. I knew I should have. Fight at the dump. A night watchman during his rounds followed some noises to discover several homeless people fighting over a bundle that was lying on the ground. Okay. Send them both. It's getting late, so I can't imagine there being too much more to go on tonight. Plus, I kind of need Samadhi to gain some experience, because he's like my highest promotion one. The situation is more serious than we thought. Really, it's homeless people fighting. And it's more serious. I can't believe Grant died. I'm very disappointed about that. Hit and run. Open the investigation. We've got 3 new frames. Mr. Paul. The dark coloured car comes tearing around the corner, hopped the curb and kept on going, knocked the man over, didn't even slow down. Mr. Alvarez. Not long before the crash, I kicked a couple of drunks out of the bar. They were having a fight with some of my regulars. Kalinowski, a few days ago, Dad had a fight at work with a couple of young people who were causing a ruckus at the library. The whole thing almost came to blows. They threatened him before they left. I saw 2 people in the car. They went right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard. Okay, that's good to know. Klimek thought he was being followed. He said he saw the guy everywhere. Said he looked like someone had a problem with him at the library. Okay. That's good to know. So it's going to be like that and that. We can't do anything yet because we know it's a dark car. No new frames found. Okay. Continue with the evening. It's almost end of day, so we shouldn't have much left to do. Hopefully these guys can actually do the job I sent them to do. Offender escaped. For crying out loud. I need my men to learn. It's not working well. Shift A are not doing well. Jack Varga is strong, but he can't compete on equal terms with the oldest criminal gang in Freiburg. Just make sure that Sand stays ahead on points and we'll have nothing to worry about. Okay. That I can do. Declare dead, because she's dead. There's no point in delaying the paperwork any longer than it needs to be. Unfortunately. Okay. Crime rate increased by 31%. Mayor Rogers displeased with police department and Freiburg farmers to report record harvest. Well, I can't help that, Mayor. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best in the situation that I have. My mother was just hit by a car. She's been rushed to hospital. She's fine for her life. I should be with her. Can I miss the shift? Yes, come tomorrow. Oh, God, I've got the hiccups. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's do this. We will have this one today. Don't You Leave Me Here by Pierce Pickering Bauhaus Jazz Band. Yes. I feel like I've had this one already. It's fine. We'll have it again. Okay. The police station. Can I hire? I can. Who should we hire? His name is Poots. Maxim Powers. Are you related to Austin Powers? Maybe. But I'm going to hire Sarah Millsap. For shift A. Can't do that yet, can I? That's tomorrow. Okay, Christopher Sand. Our people were scouting ahead of Mr. Sand's movements, and we spotted a punk carrying a gun. Be sure to have a few more of the bastards lurking nearby. Let's together we can turn the tables. Okay, Purdy, Subaki, and Austin can go. Leave me with my 3 good ones. Kochi is my best officer out of everyone. She gets the job done more often than not. Destruction of property at the arcade. The attendant at the arcade called in a complaint about 2 teenagers who broke the steering wheel off the turbo nitro machine and currently fleeing the scene. Jans Nasano can deal with that. I would assume that you 2 can deal with that. And then that leaves Kochi for the serious shit if we need her. She can go with a paddy wagon if there's a serious one, but the other guys are back anyway now, so it's fine. City Hall. The wife of the mayor press secretary loves choral singing. Today is her birthday, so please send some man with good voices. Austin, you kind of look like you have the good voice, and Purdy's got a set of lungs on her. That's something that we can definitely do. Destruction of property. Did you guys do it? Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Fantastic job, guys. Well done. I expect more of that from you guys. Okay, what's going on? Illegal arms sale in the ghetto. An eyewitness reports that a man is selling weapons on the street right off the trunk of his car. Someone is getting shot every night around here. You need to finally do something. Okay, Kochi and Sabaki, you 2 can go. expect that between you two you can do it. Okay, well, these guys are back from their duties. Okay, the situation is more serious than we thought. Should we just send the other two? Yeah, just send the other two. Let's get the job done. No messing about, let's just get the job done. It's pointless leaving one of them behind, because one of them isn't going to do a crime on their own. The other two are already out on call, so they'll be back before the others anyway. No, they won't, because they're all gone together. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. We will deal with it. Hopefully. Big arm sale. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Excellent job, everybody. Should we ask them to sell it? No. Take it to the police station. Let's be good. Come on, guys. I need you to get back in record time. Got crimes they need doing. Come on, hurry up! Okay, Mr. Boyd, I feel bad about coming to you again, but you're really the only one who can help me. The records that my ex sued me for, well, I got them back, of course, and I guess it could be nothing, but a big-nosed brother has his sights on them. The idiot even hired a private detective who's been at my store 3 days straight and now has the audacity to come to my house and accuse me of being involved in the records disappearance. I don't know if he has any evidence, but the risk is just too high. Can you scare them both? Make sure they stop poking their noses in other people's businesses. My store is open for you anytime. Yancy, what if I've got to actually send 3 people? I'm sorry, I can't do that. A firefight at the port. A dock worker sighted several armed men making their way between some cargo containers. Okay, we will send Yancy and the SWAT and Sabaki. Because a gunfight we need. One of our minor deliveries got intercepted by some fucking punks. Boxes of towels, napkins, and various cooking utensils that were supposed to be going to the branch are now scattered across the highway like a circus sideshow. They're having a laugh and making us look like clowns too. We're not too broken up about the towels, but we still need to teach this punks a lesson. Asano, you go and do it. Don't die. And then this one, a suspicious individual, former psychiatric patient, Leboko Clark, called the police because a maniac was harassing people at the mall. According to Leboko, there's a killer on the loose who will stop at nothing. Kochi, you can do this. You are capable. You are capable of doing this. I can't help you with that one. I can't afford to send 3 officers to you to help you out with that. I just can't do it. It's not feasible for me to do that. As much as I would absolutely love to, I can't. The police detachment arrived on the scene and found 3 corpses and 6 criminals armed with automatic weapons surrounding a cargo container. The criminals spotted the police, and 2 of them had already rushed to escape. Shoot at the criminals, fire a couple of warning shots, everybody freeze, shoot to kill, guys. Remaining criminals are hiding inside of a shipping container. You are surrounded, come out with your hands up, begin the assault, improvise a way to smoke them out. Let's offer them a chance to get out. Offender caught, officer dead. Oh, Tsubaki, no! Loot found cocaine. We are losing far too many officers here. I didn't want to lose Tsubaki either. But we have. The man's suspicions were aroused by a shopping employee wearing a costume who was dressed as a hero from the movie Dressed in Blood. He was pretending to menace his visitors as part of the fun, but he wasn't going to kill anybody. Of course he wasn't. Disappointed that we lost an officer there. But it happens in the line of duty. Unfortunately, we cannot stop that. I've never lost this many officers before, though. It's a shame. This is why they need experience. Okay, I think it's just about the end of the day. There we go. Okay, Sanders ahead. That's good. Okay, declare you dead because you're dead. I wonder what happens though if I delay the paperwork. Like, do they come back to life? Like, they're not actually dead. City Police Chief, not elected position, says Mayor Rogers. Mayor proves his commitment to nepotism, and Mayor Rogers, if my nephew wants to lead the police, I'll support him, of course. So that doesn't sound dodgy at all, does it? You know, the mayor letting his nephew run the police. family ties and all that. While I was climbing the stairs, I started feeling a little dizzy. Can I have the day off? No. Just because you started to feel dizzy. No. Some stripes. Who deserves the stripes? I want to give it to Samadhi because it levels him up, but he's kind of been doing shit, so it doesn't really pay for it. I'll give Roy one because Roy's actually done a good job. Okay, we will listen to this one today. Siganum by John Sangster. Okay. Funeral of Robert Trebor. That is minty. Goodbye, my friend. And then, hi, female cops. Considering certain recent events, we're obliged to grant some concessions to the feminists. You ought to make sure that at least half of the staff at the police station are women. You have 3 days. I am quite happy to do that, but you need to let me actually hire people. Sherry Huff. Great name. And for shift B. Okay. Splendid. City Hall. Request an improvement to the SWAT team, please. Okay, what we got? Suicide threat at the bridge. A taxi driver heard someone screaming and noticed a few people gathering on the bridge as he was driving past the report. He stopped to see if anyone needed help, but as he approached, he saw that a man was threatening to throw himself and 2 children into the icy wall below. Jason left us. I lost my job and the house, and there is no way we'll survive. It's better if everything just ends now. To the taxi driver, it will look like suicide. Okay. Samadhi, Millsap, and Hunter. I'll send 3. Because we don't want a man and 2 children jumping into a river. That is not something that we need. Breaking and entering in the suburb. An elderly man speaking in a raspy whisper just reported a break-in. There's someone in my house. They're pounding on the door and marching all around downstairs. Hurry. Roy, fresh off your promotion, you can work with Newbie and Birch Jr. and I'll leave those 2 for another crime. That's the key with this. It's always making sure that you have enough people for the next one. It's fine to send a few extra. It gets the job done. Just make sure you don't leave yourself short. 2 tearful boys, clearly in a state of shock, are standing dangerously close to the edge of the bridge. Beside them, their drunk and distraught father is slowly pushing the children closer to the precipice. Don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your husband. Don't be upset. Tell me about your wife. Don't worry that everything. Tell me about your husband. He did mention about that. That Jason has gone. The strongest wind almost blows one of the children off the bridge, but he recovered at the last moment and stumbled to the ground with a scuffed knee. Rush to the age of the children, stay back, but try not to agitate them. Yeah, let's do that. The man slurs his words, saying that there's no point in delaying the inevitable. Point a gun at the man and order him to step away from the bridge. Your children have their whole lives in front of them. You can't make this decision for them. That's people that care about the children. Offender court. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Oh, thank God. I was very worried there for a second. Great job, guys. Fantastic work. Very, very proud of you. Okay, what else have we got? Disorderly conduct at the business centre. Secretary Abigail Jones told the police that her boss, Martin Kabek, returned from a meeting in quite a state. When he entered, he took a bag of white powder from his safe and shut the door. Now he's yelling incessantly and making a scene, demanding that his secretary deliver him the head of a unicorn or a cutthroat with a letter opener and then go after the rest of her family. Alright, you 2. This is what I left 2 people for. Go and deal with it, please. The report of the breaking and entering. There was no one except dogs inside the house. They were scratching at the door because they wanted to go outside. Oh, of course. Destruction of property. Beasley, you can deal with this one. Have I got any open investigations here? I have. But I've only got 3 frames, so I haven't got anything on that one. Okay, disorderly conduct. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Excellent work, everybody. And we found some cocaine. And we will take it to the police station. Okay, Christopher Sand, a member of the family, was out at a restaurant having dinner with his secret lover. But because their affair was secret, he was light on protection, and one of the driver's agent was able to slip a grenade into the room. This is a job best handled for the police, unofficially, of course. Of course. Send you 2. I don't want to risk Marty dying. He's my favourite one of them all. I don't want to risk him dying to a grenade. weird as that sounds, and I know it's Millsap's first day on the job, but I believe in them. The investigation has started for the destruction of property. Okay, we'll wait until we get some frames on that one before we do anything. Seems like a bit of a slow day in the office today. Okay, well, we've got hostage situation with a fatal casualty. Bank of Freeburg. A man wearing a suit walked into the lobby of the bank, locked the doors, and proceeded to kill several customers. He never said a word, he just started firing at people, reported one eyewitness. A dozen people remain inside the building, and the criminal's demands are as yet unknown. Okay, we're going to send the SWAT. We will send Stival, Gist, Smarty, and Kublis. We'll send 4. And a SWAT, because it's a bank situation. We need all the people that we have, really. And then I've still got 4 officers to do work. Hopefully. And hopefully we don't lose anybody. Because if I lose Samadhi, if Samadhi dies, I will cry. Not literally, but I will be devastated. Okay, the situation is more serious. I'm going to send Roy and Birch Jr. Because I have got the mission to hire half of my staff as women, so I don't really need any of them dying. Christopher Sand, a sweet girl named Anna, is one of our key assets in a large accounting firm. She just got home from work and found her house was on fire, and the arseholes that started it are still standing around admiring their handiwork. Wouldn't it be pretty if someone cracked open the skulls and tossed them onto the flame? Okay, girls. Go do your thing. Hunter's kind of cute as well. Okay, what's going on with this one? You got him? Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilian unharmed. Fantastic job, everybody. Excellent work. That's exactly what I need to get everybody leveled up a little bit more. Shift 8 is looking quite strong at the moment as well. It's really good. Hopefully you two got the job done. It's almost the end of the day. And that has been a good day. Got a couple of hours left, so could still be one more. Destruction of property. We've got 3 new frames. What do we got? Okay, let's have a look at the clues. This is Mason. I've been going to Sunday service for 36 years, and this is the first time I've ever seen such a disgrace. Some crazy young man on a motorcycle drove straight through the doors of God's temple and began running around shouting blasphemy. He even dared raise his hand to Holy Father Nunez. What is this? What is with the youth of today? It all happened so quickly. The guy drove straight in between the pews, almost crushing a parishioner. He took to the confessional and threw in a bottle, and he ran up to me and shouted, "The devil sits on the roof of the church." Then he shoved me. I fell to the floor, and the crazy man shouted, "My hand is as hard as stone. I'll knock you out of the saddle, Satan." And then he threw his helmet at the cross above the altar and sped away. Mr. Cruz, I was in the confessional when it happened. I was waiting for Father Nunez to finish his sermon so he could hear me. I have sinned so much this week. As I was sitting in the confessional, I heard noises of an engine like a motorcycle. There was a roar, and a man shouted, "Come, Lucifer, do not hide from me." A few seconds later, a young man in a black leather jacket opened the doors of the confessional and yelled, "I will seek out the devil wherever he may hide," and then he threw a bottle at me. The shards stuck in my face. Okay. At the crime scene, we found a black helmet with a white spot on top. On the pavement near the church, we found traces from 3 motorcycle tyres. Okay. So, by the looks of it, that one is first. Possibly like that, I don't know. But we can't do anything with that yet because we don't have the things. 3 new frames on that one, so hopefully we can solve that now. We know it's a black vehicle. So I don't think I can do anything with that one just yet either. Report of the robbery, no new frames found. Oh, I have loads of frames on this one, okay. So, what have we got on this one? What was it? Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. I was going to pawn an antique necklace which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and it disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but didn't have time to see if it was a man or a woman. Okay, so we know they're on a motorbike. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket, like those other bikers who hang around the street corners. He was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. Okay, didn't see a weapon in his hand. I saw him grab a bag and ride off. Okay, so we're looking at possibly that one, that one, that one. Quan Yin Lin, a Chinese immigrant recently expelled from university. Splendid! And then we can send... We'll send Hunter and Samadhi to go and get that one. And then that'll be that one done. I completely forgot about that one, to be perfectly honest. Otherwise I wouldn't have got it done. I wouldn't have finished it. I think the first investigations are quite easy, to be fair. Nothing real difficult about them. A report on the robbery. Offender caught. Fantastic. You're able to arrest all suspects. Great job. And that is the end of the day. Sans has got 6. Vargas has 4. Fantastic. That's exactly what we need. And we will end the day there. Okay, I've been streaming for an hour, 20 minutes. We'll do one more day, and then I will call the stream quits there. It's usually sort of like stick with the general trend of how long these streams have been going on for. Okay, 86% of residents oppose demolition of Corn Monument. Businessmen express a desire to leave the city, and movie production studio may appear in the future. Okay, it's your dog's birthday and you want to spend a day with her at the park. I have enough detectives to do that. So fine. While I was coming upstairs, I started to look at... No. Okay, I don't have any stripes to give out, so... today, what one should we have? Should we do this one? Nocturne in B major. Have I done this one? I feel like I've listened to that one about 4 times. I've listened to that one. I think I've listened to all of these today, so... We'll just go with this one. It's the same one I did last time. Okay, Quan Yin Lin turned out to be a member of a gang known as the Red Mask. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Okay, why not? Sure. Perfect. Okay, eliminate the Red Mask gang from City Hall. Bao Liang gave several interviews in which she spoke about atrocities committed by the Red Mask gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. I will do my best. Funeral of Grant. Rest in peace, soldier. Inspection. Penalty. Our inspection turned up multiple violations which are undoubtedly contributing to the serious decline of your department's efficiency. Penalty for these violations will be 25% of my bank account. If you require further clarification or you wish to appeal the decision, please send a formal request to the mayor. You will receive your answer within 200 business days. Right. SWAT upgrade. You can now improve your SWAT team. Thank goodness. Increase efficiency by 50% or will work 2 times a day. I kind of feel like the efficiency is going to be a lot better, but having them at an extra disposal is going to come in a lot more handy, especially as the game progresses, I feel. Okay, Sam family's main attorney is under guard around the clock, and that goes double for his children. But before we could pick them up from school this morning, some of Varga's punks kidnapped them. We don't know how Varga found them, but they live under false names. Anyway, you need to act quickly. They can't have gone far. Okay, Roy and Birdie. You two are good. You can do it. I believe in you guys. You can do it.
311A in progress.
Okay. Fight at Freeburg Elementary School. 2 senior students began to fight in the middle of the chemistry class. The teacher, Dolores Ponta, first tried to calm them down, but when she attempted to separate them, she was poked in the eye. Really? Yancy and Asai. They're kids in the school, it can't be that difficult to separate them. Oh, one would hope, anyway. What have we got? theft at the Museum of Feelings and Fine Art. At night, the little-known painting by the Dutch master De Roon, recently shown for the first time, disappeared from the museum. One of the museum's windows are broken and there's a brick lying on the floor inside. Turner, you have just been hired. Why not? And you're at full energy. The other one's tired, so you're more likely to actually get some work on it. 11:11. Drug sales at St John's Hospital. Miss Dunbar said that the nurse tried to sell her drugs right in the hospital. I went to the doctor after I broke my arm. The nurse heard me complaining about the pain. Pardon me. Waited until the doctor left, and then she started telling me about the pills she could get me, better than Vicodin, according to her. She's not really any major threat, is she? Let's face it. I could have sent coaching on that one, bro. Okay. You guys get the kids? Offender court, officers unharmed. Excellent work. I didn't really ever think that it's going to be that massive of a thing, separating children in school. You guys do it. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Really, guys? You couldn't catch a nurse selling drugs. It's also knackered to sell it, considering their skintiness. It'll make some money from it. Cornelius Blunt. Mr. Boyd, I'm a wealthy man. I'm concerned about the fate of our fair city. I would like to fund 3 additional officer positions to your police department, but I must make one condition. My adopted son is to take one of the new jobs. Of course, you mustn't fire him under any circumstances. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, God. It's terrible. The inspectors are leaving the police station. Okay. I mean, we do have a lot of female officers, so... some goons grabbed the half-sister of one of the family members right off the street. Her driver called us from a nearby payphone, but he's a wimp and couldn't actually do anything. From the description we got, he sounds like Vargas' man. If you get there first, hold on to them for us. Don't hurt them too much. Just make sure you don't let them escape. We have some special plan for them. Okay. You don't see them, boys. You go. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. I don't want any more music. The police station. Labour market. I can get... Lee Song. Yes. Ohio 1 for shift A. I really don't want him. He is very old. Marcus Norlander, PC Platonic. Alright. Screw it, we'll hire the woman, because we still need women, I think. Or do I? I don't know. Police Academy, Central Staff for Training. That could help, actually. We can send him for training, because he's terrible. And he's not really going to do anything at that level, so we might as well actually try and level him up a little bit.
910B in progress.
Okay, a robbery. A parking valet just called in, reporting that a girl exiting an expensive car was approached by a man wearing a hood who threatened her and took her bag. Okay, Purdy and Austin can do it. Hire female cops. How's that doing? Still got 3 days on that. I'm pretty sure pretty much half of my workforce is female. The report on the robbery. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Excellent job, guys. Well done. What we got? Diamond Dog State Penitentiary. Assault with an offensive weapon. An older prisoner tired of eating the food served by the prison cafeteria made his way into the kitchen carrying a ship. Intent on having a word with the chef, a guard called the police as he was reluctant to enter the kitchen. You're prison guards. You are police, pretty much. Okay, Kochi and Huff can go. Oh, screw it, I'll send you as well. The other two are back on the list, it's fine. Don't mean you have to send police to the prison to deal with prisoners. It's not my job. Where is the prison on this, actually? I'm kind of curious. That's there, apparently.
Looks like we have a situation
The kitchen floor is
here.
decorated with broken plates and overturned pan filled with muddy slush. An elderly prisoner is sitting on a stool, dipping his hand into the pot of slush and shoving it towards the cook's face, yelling, "You trying to eat this shit. Let's cook up someone else, only takes a minute. You're lucky you get fed at all." No, you're in prison. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Fantastic. You break the law, you go to prison. Don't expect good treatment. I've always been one of these people who's like, I don't agree that if you go to prison you get all these luxuries. I've never been one of those people. I've never thought that when you hear stories of going to prison and prisoners having access to diplomas and games consoles, and you know, I know they're not new consoles, but still, you know, the principle of it, having a TV and things like that. Never understood that. It's, you know, you're in prison for a reason. Don't expect luxury treatment. Sometimes I wonder if prison was a little bit harsher, people would be less reluctant to actually commit crimes. Okay, end of the day. We didn't lose anybody, so that's the main thing. Sans is still ahead, which is great. End the day. Checkpoint. Day 17. Okay. As I said, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I've been streaming for 90 minutes, so that's always a good sort of finishing point. As I said at the start of the stream, if you want to watch the first episode of this, it will be on my YouTube channel. You are more than welcome to watch that. As of now, as I said earlier in the stream as well, I will be streaming to Twitch and then uploading to YouTube as well, so you can catch the videos on Twitch or YouTube, whichever you prefer. Obviously, if you're new here, you can go and follow me on YouTube. Same username. Follow me on Twitter as well, and I always tweet out whenever I stream, so you'll always know when there's stuff to watch. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It feels good to be back on Twitch, and hopefully, yeah, we can make some good content again. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye, guys.